Hello, and welcome to what is also two things. It is the next revlog, but also it is the road to Reeve. Road of Reeve, even. My bad. I'm getting confused with road to teaching. The road of Reeve. That is my training diaries, effectively, for becoming a mixed martial artist. Among other things, potentially. I like what my hair's doing right now. So this is going to be a bit training focused as far as most of my vlogs go, but I will go in and talk about non-training aspects of my life probably towards the end. So, yesterday was my first actual martial arts lesson, mixed martial arts lesson. The reason I say that is because I did the taster at UEA last year, I think, but I did two tasters. Did the groundwork taster and the stand-up taster. The groundwork taster I really enjoyed. I liked the instructor, and the person I was paired with seemed nice, if a bit smelly. Sorry if you're watching this. That's just from my memory. I don't remember your name or even really what you look like, but you seemed nice, just a little smelly. And then the stand-up, though, didn't really like the people very much. And I didn't really like their training methods. And it wasn't really much training, they were only tasters. It was more, here's just some of the things that we sometimes do. Yay! So yeah, I decided to go to just do judo instead because there was a slight clash with doing one directly after the other. Having to get changed and all of that. It would have been a big hassle and a pain in the boot. However, that didn't change the fact that I wanted to do MMA of some sort. So I was looking around, and now I found a place, Elite Gym, and I've been to that one MMA session, and they currently train Monday to Wednesdays. I am hoping to go, if I can afford it. That's what the Road of Reeve fundraiser Make a Champ campaign's for. To go to both Monday sessions. Sorry if that just went slow-mo there. My phone got a message come through and it went slow-mo for me. But yes, both Monday sessions. They've got one 6 till half 7, and then they've got one 8 till half 9. So if I go to the 6 till half 7 one, I can then stay the half an hour, potentially, to do the following one. Maybe even ask a few sort of key questions to the instructor, because I don't think many people stay from the first one to the second one. It didn't look like anyone did yesterday at any rate. But that'd be £20 a week to do that. The reason for that is because I've got Kung Fu training on Wednesdays, and while I think they're the same time, so 6 till half 7, and Kung Fu is 8 till half 9, so I could in theory go to the first one and then go to Kung Fu. Kung Fu is so physically demanding of me. Just that's in part because the instructor, I think, that I don't want to be tired beforehand. Also, yesterday, my first MMA training session, I was training with an injury of sorts. It's really hard to tell, but you can probably just barely notice something's up around there on my finger. Yeah, so I got some oil burns Sunday night. I was cooking, and there was a splash, and went on my hand. I did immediately rinse it, but I've still got these blisters, which was quite painful wearing gloves that come up to here, which is where the blister is. So it kept rubbing and pressure, and that wasn't good. So I started with a handicap, which is interesting, but I kept going. It was all fine. It wasn't even too painful on the hand or anything. But I did my Road of Reeve video last night, in the dark, walking to the car, remembering, oh crap, I've got to go grab my skipping rope, and all of that. This is going to be a more detailed rundown of what I said in that, to an extent, because I've had some time to think, but it's less fresh. I wanted to get my sort of fresh, off the bat, walked out the gym, here's what I think, thoughts. But this is yeah. So I went there. I was a little bit confused because people that were there early on the mats and stuff. There were a couple of people in the cage. Um, then I was surprised to see there was a cage. But I took off my shoes, my socks, my jacket, um, opened up my bag, found my water, made sure everything was accessible in case I needed it, and got on the mats, introduced myself to the dude in charge. Can't remember his name. Sorry. And sort of waited around a bit. Then we started, and warm up was skipping. I think there was 5 minutes skipping, maybe a bit longer, before going into the punching. They supplied skipping ropes, but they only had 4 or 5, something like that. So I used my own, which I took with me. Glad I did. But mine was a heavy rope, skipping rope, whereas theirs are the plastic cord speed ropes. But that's fine. I'll keep using my one, and I'll take both next week and ask which one they would prefer me to use. Then, oh yeah, they also had hand sanitizer. I sanitized my hands on the way in. Then we moved on to... Someone's here.